Welcome to Derek Mendoza, and this here is affirmations on affirmations on affirmations. You've entered a playlist of learning how to speak to yourself the right way, learning how to think, learning how to call forth, man, that thing or world or existence or person you're trying to become. A lot of us, bro, we've forgotten how powerful our tongues are. We've forgotten how powerful our thoughts are. We've forgotten how powerful our actions are. And we do things unconsciously. We speak things or we think things without properly controlling it or like without having any control over it. Sometimes we just sing a song just to sing it without the idea of singing this song could call for something I don't want. Or sometimes we think thoughts in our mind that aren't even our thoughts, but we think these thoughts because we aren't really in full control. Or sometimes we speak to ourselves in our inner voice in a negative way and in a negative light. And we sometimes become our biggest block to our future existence or to our blessings or to whatever we're trying to do, have, or get within this reality. Laws of physics, laws of science, laws of earth, laws of soul is laws that's running this whole thing. And when you learn that nothing happens unconsciously, but like nothing happens in a coincidence, but everything happens from your energy, from your affirmations, from what you speak, from what you think, and you attract and you create the world that you exist in, then you become the main star, the main player, the main character in your life. And that comes with big responsibility because that gives you the ability to think the world that you want to exist in and have it. That gives you the ability to think the world you want to live in and live in it. That gives you the ability to have and do the things that you know that you want and your heart and your soul desires. But here's the catch. We've grown up in a world that hasn't taught us properly how to control our mind, haven't taught us properly how to control our words, and haven't taught us properly how to control our inner voice. We've been brought up in a world where singing a song with lyrics doesn't matter the lyrics because it's a cool beat and song. We've been taught that thinking negative thoughts or having these bad patterns in our mind is something that we can't control or we can't be aware of. We've been taught that time and time again, our actions come with responsibilities, but no one's taught us how we can change our actions from changing the words we speak or the things we think. And so in this playlist, man, I want to be able to go over not only how to fix your thoughts or how to properly speak things into existence that you would want or how to feel a certain way so you can attract a certain thing. I'm going to ultimately teach you how to become a creator again and not just some simple puppet, but a creator of your reality, a God of your world, the ability to create the existence that you want to live in. When they say in the Bible that God made us in his likeness and image, it's because God made us a replication of him. God given us the ability on earth to have the world and exist in the world that we desire, that we see for ourselves. And he's ultimately given us the grandest gift to be able to create whatever it is we want. Whether it's good or bad, he doesn't care because he's given us the greatest gift of all, the ability to create as a God and exist in the world that we desire. And with that understanding, a lot of us have created worlds and we have been put in situations and circumstances that we think we have no control over because we were taught that we have no control through like regular education, school, whatever, however, English, like all of these different mechanisms to get you to forget how powerful you are. And now we create existences and we live in worlds that we do not want to live in, but we think that we're being punished or we think that it's from our sins or we think that is all of these different things. That's the reason why we can't live in the desired reality that we choose. But it's simply our minds thinking the wrong things, simply us speaking the wrong words, simply us using our inner voice to not uplift ourselves, but to downgrade us. And once you comprehend that it has been you this whole time that has been blocking you from that picture of the world you see in your mind, then you can start doing the things that will attract the reality and create the world that you would like to live in, God. Now, when I say God, am I saying you are above God? No, bro. When I say God, am I saying you are above God? No, bro. What I'm saying is you are God. I am God. We are God. Collectively, all is one. He is in control of all things. That's what grants him God. So he is you and you is me. But he has given me and you the ability to exist and experience him through this world. And so he allows us the ability to create whatever it is that we desire through free will. And with that ability, we can create hell on earth if we've desired hell on earth. Or we can create heaven on earth if we desire heaven on earth. But ultimately, it's up to us. And so once you understand that, then we can start teaching and understanding and learning thought patterns. Like the clouds, for example. You see the clouds? Clouds, they all have something in common. They pass by and they float and they just pass by. Just like the waves. See the waves in the water? It's going to keep flowing. Your thoughts are going to keep flowing. You're going to have over 30,000 thoughts a day. You got to make sure that these thoughts that's flowing, that you're holding on to, that you're thinking about consecutively, you're not holding on to the bad thoughts. You got to let the bad thoughts go. When you think something negative, oh, this is not going to go my way, let it go and replace it instantly with a positive thought. You got to become pattern recognition with your mind, okay? You can learn to master the patterns of your mind, and every time it's a negative pattern or a negative thought or something that's like bad, that's not going to go good, that's going to go like this, that's going to instantly replace it with a positive thought. Even if it feels delusional at first, instantly replace it with a positive thought. Same thing with your inner voice. We all have one. Not all of us, but the ones who are meant to be here have an inner voice. And if you do not have an inner voice, then you are not. No, you gotta have an inner voice. Majority of us have inner voices. Some of us are simulated beings and we do not have inner voices. But if you can use your inner voice and speak to yourself in your thoughts, in your mind, you gotta become loving. You gotta become caring. You gotta treat your inner self like a baby. You gotta hold on to yourself, like really cater and care. Because if you do not, then what's going to happen is whenever something doesn't go your way, whenever anything goes bad, whenever life hits a bump, you're going to be your biggest hater. You're going to be your biggest downfall. You're going to be your biggest disrespecter. You're going to be the one on you. Like, you're going to make yourself feel bad before anybody else come and make you feel bad. And you don't want that relationship with yourself. You want to build a sustainable, caring, loving, unconditional, like real deal infant toddler relationship with yourself. Like, speak to yourself as if you were like a kid again. And when you can learn to master this inner voice that you have, because we all have it, not all of us, but majority of us melanated beings have it, because we're not eating humans and things like that, or we're not eating kids, but that's like a whole nother video. You have to speak so nicely to yourself. When you wake up, that inner voice, like that first, like when you half sleep, half woke, that's the perfect time to lock in, bro. Start thinking of the world that you want. Start speaking the word that you want. When you tired and you're going to sleep, lock in, bro. That's when you should be using that inner voice to speak positively the most. And most importantly, man, the words that you say out of your mouth. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I am amazing. I am great. I am confident. Everywhere I go, I attract love and abundance and peace. I am a money magnet. I attract the biggest and the best. I deserve nothing but the biggest and the best. When you speak like that about yourself, you then magnetize that towards you. I can go deeper and deeper into these three things: mindset, inner voice, and then like words you say. But in this video, we're going to go over it slightly. Once you get to that point with yourself, bro, where you can master your thoughts, you can master your inner voice, and you can now start to master your outer voice, what you're calling out to the world, what you're saying to others. You use the words, I am that I am God, okay? I am is God. It says this in the Bible for all of my Christians. I don't believe in a world where everyone has their own religion. I believe in a world where everyone tries to build their own relationship with the Creator. through different mechanisms. We got Muslims, we got Jews, we got Christians, we got all of these different kinds of people all trying to do the same thing in a different way through different traditions and through different mechanisms. But just because I'm a Christian don't mean I'm going to speak down or negatively in the comment section about someone who believes in the Lord in a different way. Everyone has their own beliefs. That's true. But everyone believes that there is a creator. So even if you have your own way and mechanism of praising the creator, you're not denying there being a creator. That's why I don't argue with you guys in the comments when you guys come here and say, I'm spiritual, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, you don't believe in God, you don't believe in Jesus. I believe that there's just something that brought me here, and whatever that is, I believe in. Back to the topic, bro. Speak positively with your words and watch how you manifest everything to you, bro. Watch how the world around you start changing. Watch how life start becoming more meaningful. Watch how things start to become more fun. You start to become more happy. Watch how you start to not have anything but be happy with life. Money will never satisfy that inner soul feeling you're seeking. That kid-like love you're looking for, that feeling that you had when you were new to the world, before school took over you, before the world made you this cold person, that beautiful soul that you were when you were young, that kid, that inner soul that you're looking for, it's there. And I'm telling you, it's there. And you can literally like become that version of yourself again as an adult. That's what you should be doing, seeking your younger self, seeking the soul that you were when you first entered the world. Because when you were a baby, you didn't know how to speak. You didn't know how to talk. You didn't know how to walk. You didn't know how to eat. You didn't know how to do a lot of different things, but your soul was not new. You were not a new soul generated. You existed before this flesh. And as a baby, you learn that. You come back to here, new memory, and you're relearning everything. And as you start catching back up, you know who you are is as a soul, but you're entering a new world, and the new world is learning who you are is as a baby. And with this understanding of learning who you were when you first came, that's your true self. Before any distractions, before anybody told you who to become, before you started looking up to people around you, you were something before you came here. Whatever that was, that's what you're seeking as a person. You're seeking to become that again, because that wasn't making you whole. That's what's making you yourself. That's what makes you live in your purpose and become fulfilled and happy. And so with a negative mindset, with a negative inner voice always talking down on yourself and speaking negative words out into the world, you're going to create hell on earth. But you're watching this because you want peace. You're looking for peace. See the way those ducks just landed in the water? Oh, man, I couldn't get it for y'all. But look, you can do it, okay? You can live like this, okay? You can exist without worrying about your next meal, bro. You can exist believing that God will fulfill everything for you, and you don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to rob, steal, kill for it. You don't have to go out of your way to fulfill your needs and desires, because I promise you, the same thing that's pumping your heart right now, it's the same thing that's going to wake you up in the morning. And that's the same thing asking you every time before you go to sleep. Can we try again better tomorrow, bro? So look, I don't know if you're new to the channel. I don't know if you're watching this in the future. I don't know why I'm called to record these videos, man. But for somebody who's out there listening and watching this, all you gotta do is think as if it's already happened and it's already worked out, and believe it. Speak to your inner self like it's already happened. Speak to the outer world that it already happened. Think in your mind as if it already happened. Whatever that world is that you want to create for yourself, and you're going to wake up one day and be in that world and not even realize it. Hey, man, my name's Darky Mendoza. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so somebody else can find this. Share it if you like this so somebody else can find this. Thumbs up so somebody else can find this, because somebody needs to hear this, man. There's somebody out here so lost in the world, they need this message. If you needed this message, leave a comment. Let me know how it made you think, how it made you feel. I'll reply to every comment, man. I'm still early in my journey while recording this, so if you're new, you know what's up. If you're here late to the party though, I've already created a world of peace and abundance. Shout out to all my star children who come to earth to uplift the next soul, man. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.